Hi everyone, and welcome to Unit 4, Lesson 9, the Functions, Explore, and Investigate. You may have already done some work with song lyrics and dealing with functions, and we're going to continue that work this time in Code Studio. So for our first activity, I'd like for you to get ready. Make sure you are logged into Code Studio, navigate to Lesson 9 in Unit 4 and Level 2. There you're going to find some instructions, some questions to think about, and some modifications to make to the code. You can go ahead and pause me here, go to Code Studio, do those activities, and when you're done, come back and we'll talk about it. Welcome back. I hope that you had fun looking at these song lyrics and figuring out how to create a function within them. So let's look at that. If I can navigate here. Okay, so in this particular app, we had song lyrics. And when you played the app, the song lyrics played through. And you may have noticed that when you get to this particular command called sing chorus, it skips to the end, excuse me, and does the chorus lines each time. So for our particular modifications where we're supposed to add the singing of the chorus, we're basically going to copy and paste that command. If I can get it all here. In this case, we're going to do it twice. And here we're going to do it once. And that will get us through to that chorus. That gives you a little bit of information about functions, and now we're going to learn a lot more about them. What I want you to do is navigate to level 3. There you're going to see a video about functions and how they can be used in your own programs. So go ahead, pause me, watch that video, and come back and we'll start our next activity. Welcome back. That video is pretty darn informative, and we want to make sure that you take away some key things from it. Number one, that functions are declared in your program in order to give a group of commands a particular name. 2, that functions are called to run those commands. And 3, a function is only declared once, but can be run as many times as you wish throughout the program. So with that information, we're going to do some more work with functions. So if you would go ahead and navigate in Code Studio to level 4, we're going to be using an app and doing some modifications. Go ahead, get there, pause me, think about the questions, do the modifications, and we'll come back and talk to them about them when you're done. Welcome back. I hope you're starting to have some fun with functions. We're going to go ahead and look at this particular app and what we needed to do to get through this activity. So one of the things that it asks is where the function is being declared. And if we go through the code, we'll see, oh, here it is. The function update screen is being declared on line 23. And on what lines is the update screen function being called? Well, we have it here, line 18. We have it here at line 11. And we have it here at line 6. With the information here at line 5. So that is where our function is being used. So how does this function make the program easier to write and understand? So rather than having to continue these lines over and over and over again each time we want to put it in there, we really only need to do it once. Also, if there's a bug in the program, we only need to fix it once, which is a huge time saver. So you were asked to change the program to make the game end when the score is 15 or greater, and change the program to make the game end when the score is -10 or less. And if we come down here within this function, you're going to see that currently it's set at 10 and -5. We're going to go ahead and change that to 15 and -10. Pretty easy. The next thing asks you to change the program to make it display the word clicks after you count as you play the game. For example, it should say 5 clicks or 10 clicks instead of just 5 or 10. In order to do that, we have to go back into that function and change it. So right now, when we look at set text, it has the count display label as just count, and we need to add in clicks. So we're going to put this here. After the count, we're going to put a plus sign and the string clicks. When we do that, hopefully, when our program runs, oh, mine is like super slow. I gotta change it there. 0 clicks, 1 clicks, right? So again, being able to change things within this function means we don't have to do it over and over. We only have to do it once. So let's go ahead to the next activity. In this particular activity, you're going to be using an app you've already used before, the Lemon Squeeze app. Just a hint, if you cannot remember the password for this app, you can find it in the code. So go ahead and look around for that. Do this particular activity, think about the questions it's asking you, and do the tasks that it asks within the programming piece. Go ahead and pause me, do that activity, and when you come back, we'll go over it together. Awesome! You actually declared and wrote and called your own function. So that's awesome. Let's look at what we did for this activity. So in this Lemon Squeeze app, you were asked to look inside the event handler for lemon and lime to find what the repeated code was. So if we go through, excuse me, oh, here is the event handler for when it touches a lemon. So what is in this particular code that is also going to be in the next piece? So let's go through. And here it is for lime. And this code looks very similar to this code. Actually, it's the same exact thing. So let's write a function for this. And the easy way, or an easy way, is just to bring over that my function piece, pull your blocks into the function, name it update screen as we were asked to. And now we've declared a function. I'm going to go ahead and move my function declaration to the end of my program. If it'll ever get there. There we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and call that where it was supposed to go. So I can add my function update screen here, and I can also take this particular piece out and call it here. Ooh, my typing isn't very good today. And can go ahead and get rid of these. For some reason, I have an extra function block there. And now it will update that screen. This is actually a really important function, and you will be using it quite a bit in the future and seeing it in a lot of programs. It is actually one of the most used functions that you'll get, because anytime you use an event handler, you're going to want to reset the screen so that that next event can take place. So how does this update screen function help keep your code better organized and reduce the amount of repeated code? Because you don't have to retype all of those particular pieces after every event in your program. If you go ahead and go to level 6 in your Code Studio, you're going to see this amazing graphic on why the update screen pattern is so important. It allows you to interact with the screen elements and then be able to reset that for that next thing. So that's pretty much it for functions. Explore and investigate. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Bye.